37 Bloomfield Avenue, Newark, New Jersey. I mean, the music by DJ Kid Entourage, DJ Stigmatic, New Government. Me, I want to play the life for the girl them, so the girl them come work for. Is the man say? Modest, baddest. Oh my God! Give me liquor now, give me liquor now.
Yo, the fix. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. I am Michelle G. I'm in the building. You know, I came downstairs a little late and yeah, I don't know what's happening with my music. What really going on? I don't know. Let me see something. Let me see something. All right, there you go. Get the fix. Good evening, good night, good morning. Wherever you are in the world, I am Michelle G. I'm in the building. Yeah.
Why is my ex in here? He come here looking for birds. He can't even spell out 2 words. You get bun and you still had to learn? Well, take bun cause you still had to learn. I thought you lost your wallet and ID. How you reaching the people party? Can't decline now you're broke and don't see. Come to flex and you can't do it properly. You like I saw prunes in the back. Salty, begging me to come back. In my bumper yet fat. And my new man up in that. You like I saw prunes in the back. Salty, begging me to come back. In my bumper yet fat. And my new man up in that.
Well, she like money and flex, and I have that. Foreplay before sex, I does that. It's your turn to relax, and you know that. I take it to the max and she throw back. Hey, bring it right there, bring it right there, bring it right there. Yeah, my girl, bring it right there. Yeah, bring it right there, bring it right there. And my girl,
higher white, higher white, higher white, higher white, higher white, higher white. Who's studying here? Feel like I saw prunes in the back. Salty, begging me to come back. In my bumper yet fat.
Yeah, Michelle G. Good up,
Why is my ex in here? He come here looking for birds. He can't even spell out 2 words. You get bun and you still had to learn? Well, take bun cause you still had to learn. I thought you lost your wallet and ID. How you reaching the people party? Can't decline now you're broke and don't see. Come to flex and you can't do it properly. You like I saw prunes in the back. Salty, begging me to come back. In my bumper yet fat. And my new man up in that. You like I saw prunes in the back. Salty, begging me to come back. In my bumper yet fat. And my new man up in that.
Hi, Jen and Shan. I see y'all. I see y'all. I see y'all.
it's your turn to relax, and you know that. I take it to the max and she throw back. Hey, bring it right there, bring it right there, bring it right there. Yeah, my girl, bring it right there. Yeah, bring it right there.
Here's the fix, Michelle G. This is Christy J. This is called Tech Bud. You know, we're in Trinidad. We're in Trinidad today, people. We're in Trinidad, so it's only right.
Feel like I saw prunes in the back. Salty, begging me to come back. In my bumper yet fat. And my new man up in that.
I'm looking for you. Hey, why you there? Hey, why you there? Hey, why you there? I'm looking for you. Hey, why you there? Hey, why you there? Hey, oh God, oh, you look my dad. Girl, we back out on the road, and we done in party mode, so you don't know what's the code. When I take a little piece, something happened to me knees. I succumb to gravity, cause I go in down in you, down in the sauce, down in you, down in the sauce, down in you, down in the sauce. Spread good for the boss, down in you, down in the sauce, down in you, down in the sauce, down in you, down in the sauce, down in the, down in the, down in the. I ain't afraid to take a wine, but I wait go break my spine. Slow it down, girl, take your time. I know you's a veteran, cause your waist go pressure, man. You're so hot I catch a tan, now I go in. Down in you, down in the sauce, down in you, down in the sauce, down in you, down in the sauce. Get good for the ball, down in you, down in the sauce, down in you, down in the sauce, down in you, down in the sauce, down in the ball. Come and take a shot of rum. When you see the bottle done, we go call another one. Now the liquor start to crawl. I to lean up on the wall. You went the I nearly fall.
Yo, I gotta start over my whole computer. I think the right side of my Serato is not working. And I hate that because I need to mix properly. You know what I'm saying? Get with the fix, Michelle G. I am here in the building. I'm about to ask these two beautiful ladies. Like I said, we are in Trinidad today. We're in Trinidad today, you know? So we're going to have some great conversations with Jen and Shan. You know, I think they have one of the dopest podcasts, and we're going to get to know them today. You know, we're going to get to know them today. Of course, we're going to talk about a lot of things that they talk about because it's only right. Yeah, I know I like these shenanigans. Yeah, I know I like the shenanigans, right? So, yeah, with the fix, Michelle G, I am here.
What are you doing? She said,
We're in the show.
let me cater to you. I say cater to me. She said, just relax and let me get it in. No. She said, take it easy. I will do the work. You don't have to. You don't have to. She said, take it easy. I will do the work.
So this means people can see us. Oh my god.
You don't have to.
Am I too?
Hi,
Oh,
baby.
dear. Hi. Can you wait? Can we hear you? You're sounding real like low. Hold on, huh?
You guys are good?
Yes. We could hear you now.
Okay, perfect. How you doing?
You're breaking up.
Oh, I'm breaking up?
Yeah. Coming in and out, kind of.
Oh no. You know what? Come out and come back in. Come out and come back
Okay.
in. I'll send you guys the invite again.
Okay.
All right.
You don't have to. You don't have to. He said, take it easy. You don't have to. You don't have to. Oh, and then she bubble and whine. Push back. If the greatest bad boy. Push back. Roll your hips and bad boy. Push back. Oh, Miss Lady, bubble and whine. Push back. Give me the greatest bad boy. Push back. You are the wickedest bad boy. Push back. Oh, who are the rubber waist? Like a rubber band. You have your own thing. You never rubber band.
Hilarious podcast in TNT.
Everyone want me was
The shenanigans.
she said, just relax and let me get it in. Yes, girl, I wanna get it in. She
I
said,
feel like
take
I'm
it
happy to
easy.
feel like I can't sleep.
You can lean on
Sorry.
her, kind of, yes.
Yeah. Is this okay?
Let's try now. You guys hear me better now?
Yes.
I bet yes,
Hold
yeah.
on, wait, huh? Okay, hi Michelle.
Hi.
You hear me?
Yes.
Okay, good. I think what happened was that because I sent you guys the stream before I started it, it kind of got mixed up a little bit.
Okay, right.
right.
No, we're hearing you perfect now.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes that happens. But again, guys, here on Get With The Fix for the first time, these two beautiful ladies, Jen and Shan, is live. Where are you guys right now? Like, where are you right now?
We are in Ginevra's husband's game room.
At home.
At home in
Are-
Trinidad, South Trinidad.
Shout out to Trinidad. First of all, let me say shout out to TNT who made this happen today.
Yes. Love
Yeah,
him.
he definitely made sure that all of this happened today. But we're in Trinidad today, guys, and I wish I was physically there with you guys, but
Yeah.
I'll take it. I'll take Trinidad from here.
Because it's cold, right? It's cold by
Yeah.
you guys now.
Girl, listen. It's hot. It's hot. It's cold. It's cold. It's hot. It's all kinds of things. It's raining. It's all kinds of things happening right now in the
Right.
world. But I am so happy to have both of you here. So let everybody know who is Jen, who is Shan.
Okay.
Jen.
Shan. Real simple. Cousins. We are cousins.
Yep.
Nice. I like it because that was going to be one of my questions because, you know, oftentimes when you see women working together, it's either a best friend situation or a family situation.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. So tell everybody, how did you guys even start this podcast? Like, how did you decided that this is something that you guys wanted to do?
Okay. Well, Jen, I'm going to let you tell the story. I think I told it last time.
Okay.
Okay.
So Shannon came to Trinidad Christmas this Christmas gone here for the first time in like how many years? It was 6 years?
Oh yeah,
A few years, a good few years,
Since your
right?
wedding, since your
Since my
wedding.
wedding, yeah. So that was 6 years for 5 years, 5 years.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
and when we would go out by our cousins and friends, everybody would like have a good time with us, and we always have them laughing, and they like chemistry, the banter, that kind of thing. So they'd be like, we like the kick talk with you guys and stuff. So we were like, this is cool. Like we have something going here. But Shannon always wanted to open a business in Trinidad. So in
Wow.
January, she went back to Edmonton, and she would be talking to me on WhatsApp or on call, and she'll be like, what should I do in Trinidad? So I tell her that we can't do anything, regular or generic.
Right,
And
right,
we have to do
right.
something different. But at the time, I didn't know what. I was like, just something, let's think of something different.
Mm.
So a couple of days later, she went to her nail tech, and her nail tech told her, well, she was telling the nail tech the same story about how fun it is with the friends and the cousins. And he said, why don't you sell the experience as a business to open in Trinidad? Right? So he
Wow.
just said that, sell the experience. So when she came back to me, she said that her nail tech said that.
Mhm.
So I was like, well, the only way that we could sell the experience is when people get to know us. And if people get to know us, the only way for people to get to know us is through a podcast. Rest is
Wow.
history. Here we
Yeah.
are now, today.
But we literally acted on it like
Like immediately. Yeah. So that
immediately.
was January. She came in February.
March.
We tried to kind of launch. It's March or February?
No,
In March.
February I came to film it.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And then you went back to tie up some loose ends.
Yeah.
And then we kind of did a second real official launch
Yeah.
Mhm.
in April. And
Okay.
so from April to now,
It's been nonstop.
nonstop.
Yeah.
And nonstop. So you guys live in different parts of the world. Like, how do you do the show? Do you travel in, or how does that work?
Yeah, so I was born and raised in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. So that is behind God back, if anybody was wondering.
Yeah, it's fun. It's a good
It's
pull. That's true.
and
You
it's
just say it's a good pull.
very cold, right? Even Santa couldn't live there. And so born and raised there. My mom was the first of like this. So our moms are sisters, and there are 5 kids, right? So my mom was the only one that actually left Trinidad and married my dad, and then came here. So we would visit as often as we could growing up, which would be every few years. And I always loved visiting Trinidad, but really and truly, ever since I was like maybe 15, I started coming on my own because I loved it so much. So I would just
Okay.
come between school breaks and all that. So my full education and schooling is in Edmonton, and I would just always travel. But now that we're older and I'm getting tired of working for another company and making them money, it's
Okay.
time to kind of branch out and try something a little bit different.
Nice.
So, and
Nice.
I always love Trinidad, and all my mom's family is here. Like, it's just me, my mom, and brother in Edmonton, right? So it gets a little bit lonely. So, for filming purposes, I'm here for a few months, and then I hop back over for a little bit, and then come back.
Isn't it amazing that you guys created this whole podcast and you have the availability to just travel to Trinidad, do a couple of episodes, go back home, then come back and all of
Hmm.
that. And if you guys need to connect, I'm assuming you do some type of technology type of connecting, or is this all the time you just travel and get everything done and then you come disappear?
So now, like this last year, I've spent majority of my time in Trinidad. I haven't spent a lot of time in Edmonton. I was there last month for about 3 weeks, just to kind of go visit and check back in, and then I just came back, and we'll see how it goes from here. Really, immigration don't come from here. Don't come from here. I'm a citizen.
No, we'll organize all of that. We're organizing all of that soon.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
But
what
yeah, I
is
spend a lot of my time in Trinidad. I'm here a lot.
Yeah, definitely. How has all of it been going for you guys? Like, I know when you first start something, as women in this space, when you first start something, it's like, oh my God, am I doing the right thing? Are people gonna like it? How has it been for both of you?
Crazy,
Crazy.
stressful.
But at the same time, you just said you don't know if people are gonna like it or whatever. I want to say that I think we had a certain amount of confidence that we knew people would like it. That we were like, we have to kind of push this out and let people see it. But at the
Yeah.
same time, when we get any love and we get any recognition after a couple of months, we still like, whoa, Shannon, you believe like
Yeah.
people love us, like people repeatedly go in your bed thing to us all the time. So it's a roller coaster. And like Shannon said, there are some stressful moments. People think it's really easy that we just decided to sit down and talk whatever and banter, but
Yeah.
it has a lot more behind the scenes than it really does. And it's really like you're running a business. It's dollars and cents at the end
Yeah.
of the day as well too. So these are a lot of things that people don't even really realize. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So it's even though it looks fun and it's packaged nicely, it's also a learning experience for us.
So as we're growing and getting big very fast, which is also shocking, but kind of not shocking, like shocking in the sense of like, oh my God, people actually really love us and they've taken us in and they recognizing us even when we do our
Yeah.
little grocery shopping or something. So to us, that's wild. But it's also we understand too, like the whole reason why I started this is because I don't think there's really two women out here right now in the Caribbean
Doing
doing
what?
something
Yeah.
like this. So we kind of knew that's why we would like, okay, this is a genius idea. Like we have to push forward and see if it actually catches and takes on, and it has been so far. Like it's a wild ride, and it's a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
Yeah, because it's
That's
like when we're saying like, Ocean, you could believe people love us so much, and it's like,
Mhm.
well, yeah, true, yeah, makes sense. So it does sound conceited, but at the same time, what I would consider it is it was just very well thought out.
Yes,
yes.
agreed.
You definitely, I tell people all the time, like being in these types of spaces and stuff, like you have to be confident in what you're doing,
Yes,
right?
Yes.
Because
correct.
people will see your fear and all of that, and then they're like, yeah, nah, we not gonna do this because they're not ready, right? So the confidence is something that is definitely important. And you brought up something that I was gonna ask you guys. There's not many women in the Caribbean, two women in the Caribbean doing this kind of stuff. What is some advice that you would have for women working with each other? Because sometimes we can't work together, but what has worked well for you guys, and what is some advice that you would give?
What has worked well for us? I think a big thing with me and Jen is we don't take things so seriously
Or personally.
or personally. So like we can tell when someone is having a bad day
Mm-hmm.
and they just have, a chip on their shoulder and they just not having a bad day. So instead of giving them back their same energy they are giving us, we genuinely give them kindness or say, I hope you have a better day, and just kind of let them be. But it's one of those things where we've learned to kind of not let people's attitudes or anything break us down, because we understand we all have those days and we don't let it affect us. So I mean, and for the women part, Jen, I don't know if you want to give some advice on that part.
Okay. You have to, like, again, confidence, like you were saying, confidence is definitely one of them, because people could say, oh, like sometime somebody commented on one of the videos and it was a pretty triggering comment for me, but
Mm,
because it was an insecurity I've had in my past and stuff, and it's only because I've worked on myself and I've become more confident that I was like, okay, you could just leave that there. So you have to be very confident. You have to love
right.
yourself. You have to be sure of what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, with loving yourself, like that's a really big thing. Like it doesn't matter what you like. If it is you let your voices in your head talk about like what you look like or what you don't have and all these different things. Because if Shannon and I had focused on what we do, how are we going to do the studio, how are we going to do this and that, if we had only focused on those things, we wouldn't be here today. You have to focus on what you have, work with it, and you know what I mean, like carry it forward,
Push forward. You have to keep pushing forward.
pushing forward, yeah. And you have to kind of try your best to think of as many things as possible. And then when you asked about working together, like when it is you say sometimes not
Working together with
working
other
together,
women.
working too well, you have to be a girl's girl.
Mhm.
You have to have it in you to want to see women succeed. And well, Shannon and I work well on are also being cousins, right? Because we're so close. So sometimes I could tell, how Shannon was saying, when somebody have a bad day, I could tell when she's having a bad day or she woke up a little on the wrong side, and she could tell with me too. So we
Okay.
know how to give and take and push and tug. So like on days that if Shannon not feeling 200, or too well, I'll be like, all right, Shan, well, I will do, you have to pick up the slack for one another.
It is like a
So
relationship, yeah.
it is, honestly, it's like a
It's
relationship
like a
in
married
that way, in a
relationship, yeah.
marriage. But at the same time, I think one of the things that I think it's set apart, Shannon and I, and other people may have to work on that, is just the fact that we have the foundation of the best friendship and the cousinship and stuff like that, where we're so in tune. That even sometimes Shannon might say something and I'll see a little eyebrow raise and I'll be like, you don't like that, did you? You didn't like that. And she'll be like, yeah, I didn't. And but how you know? And I'll be like, well, you have a little talent. Same thing with me. She could tell when I'm very enthusiastic about something, or I'm medium enthusiastic, or I freaking hate it. You know what I mean? So, right? So, yeah. So, I think it's all about being very emotionally intelligent, empathetic, and understanding with who you are to then understand other people. When you could do so, then you're able. And like I said, to be a very girl's girl and wanting to see other women succeed, because that's one thing Shannon and I have. We want to see each other succeed just as much.
Definitely.
Everything in this business is very 50-50. Sometimes there are some things that I'd be like, oh, well, that's Shannon. And she'd be like, no, this is half is yours. This is yours. This is, like that kind of way. We very much 100% 50-50 on one another. I 100% want to see her succeed. Same with me. So you have to have that mindset as well.
I
Yeah,
think the
definitely.
mindset is the biggest thing.
Correct. Yeah.
Definitely. Now, when you guys first started this, you started it, right? You started it, and I'm sure you had probably some minor goals for the program. What has changed? What of your goals has changed over time now that you guys are so popular with everyone? Like, what are some of those goals that you started with, and now you're like, yeah, we need more, like more and more and more?
So we want more followers, we want more money, we want more brand deals, we want
Yeah.
we want more experiences, we want to host things, we just want to
We
be
wanna
out there
travel, we wanna
more. We
meet
want to
people.
we're dying to come. So we're dying to come to New York and New Jersey because our obviously our Instagram professional dashboard tells you a lot of who watches your reels, and like between Trinidad and New York, you guys go head to head
Correct.
with
Yeah.
percentages. So it's always teacher, and between like 37% of your followers in Trinidad, 38% is in New York. So it has like a good percentage. So that's something where we want to expand this, and we just want to keep growing. Like our manager who edits all of our videos, she's like, y'all are like spoiled children because y'all grew and blew up so fast. And we're like, did we really? Like, I think we could do better. And she's like, she's like, relax.
Calm down.
Yeah, calm down, relax. I'm
She's like,
like,
y'all
oh,
are doing
okay.
y'all are doing way better than you think,
Because we have like well, I had a regular corporate job. So to me, I'm like, I
Right.
didn't know the Instagram social media world. This is so different.
And then also to wait, how are you asking about like how things have changed? So when we were saying, well, if we go Trinidad and then regional and then international and then but the thing is we went international almost the same time as Trinidad, as
That
Sean
was
was
crazy.
saying, which
Yeah.
we were like, that we didn't expect. So that's great and that's very nice and welcoming. And we realized that there's nothing more a Trini who doesn't live in Trinidad like more than seeing other Trinis.
Yes.
And seeing other Trinis sitting to talk. Just like how we do it here, like I think they love that kind of authenticity of us just sitting down and having a conversation. So they would like to be part of it or
Yes.
listen, like because a lot of people tell us that they like the way we do the podcast because they feel like they're in the room too. One of my friends, she'll like answer us too and be like, yes, I had that same experience while we're on the screen.
Yeah.
So it's like if she's talking back to us, but you know what I mean? So that is the next thing too that we have to I think we want to try and conquer the region, like the Caribbean region a little more.
Yeah.
Similar to New York. So like it's almost like a weekly upgrade of different things. Because each week
Something
from
different.
since July, each week has been something different, something new to learn, something new to do with people coming at us. It's wild. It's quite a wild
Okay,
ride.
but a big one that we are going to address while we are on the radio, guys, we are looking into merch.
Yes.
And we will get it out to you guys as well. That's a big
The
one.
foreigners really want the merch away, and we hear like, how do we do it?
So we're in
we want to,
contact,
but-
yes. So we're in contact with suppliers who will actually ship and get everything made and then ship directly to you guys
Nice.
instead of us, two of us just doing it, because it's really just us and our manager, really.
Yeah. And speaking of the merch, I did see the t-shirts that you guys have out, right? You got it on? You got it on?
Yeah.
Go in your effort band. Where that statement come from? Like, where did that catchphrase come from?
Let me tell you where it stems from. At the bottom of the second
Bottle
red,
of red
yeah,
wine.
the second bottle of red wine for this one.
Yeah,
That's where it came
so
from.
I realized like when we're just drinking wine and I'm just talking and I'm just talking because I talk a lot as you guys know. So I am just talking and talking and I was like, all right, let me do this. And I think it also stemmed from just the way that I say things, like how I
So
process it in
freely,
my
so
head
and so
and then how
freely.
I say things so freely.
Yeah.
So we were just trying to figure out a way to say instead of people like in the dating world, instead of ghosting somebody, just going to bed. So then now, and then on brand with us because we curse a lot. I just because I'm a little tipsy now. I'm just like listen.
Little.
Yeah, it was it was a little more than a little. So I was like, listen. Or let's just go in here, and I just start with it, and you just roll in, and it just with the banter, with the shenanigans, the funniness, and it just flew out my head. I don't know.
I love it. I absolutely love it. Now, a lot of your videos, I don't from the best part of it, I don't think that they're planned. I feel like you guys, what like for me, once this microphone goes on, I become Michelle G, right? Because I'm somebody else outside of this. But once the microphone goes on, I become that other person that is the person that's on air. And I
Right.
feel like you guys just sit there and you just have great conversation, but it's funny as hell just listening to it, even in the pet peeve video. I found that so funny because I'm like, I can relate to this, right? Because I have pet peeves, and one of my pet peeves is wet towels on bed. Like, why would
Yes.
your wet towel
Yes.
be on the bed? Right. And when I listened to it, I was like, yo, these ladies are so relatable that this is why you guys have blown up the way that you have, because you're having real conversations that some people might not even be thinking about. And then you start having them and they're like, you know what? I feel this way too.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think we need to have the camera just rolling on us for because
24/7.
the kind of y'all actually don't even see some of the gold
I come
that
to life a little more behind when the camera's off. Like
right.
I'm funny, like I because I'm very nervous in front of camera. I'm getting very so the first few episodes on our YouTube channel, like episode 1, 2, 3, like I was wasted, like just drunk out my ass because I was like, nah, y'all, like I need to just there was like y'all need you Shannon, you need to calm down. I'm like, oh my god, the camera's on me. Look, it's looking at me, Jen. And she's like, Shannon, just relax. Just look at me. You're just talking to me.
Yeah,
And I literally had to like talk because I wouldn't even be on like social media. I wouldn't do anything. Now, obviously, I'm a little bit more comfortable, but I still find that I come to life, unfortunately, when the camera's off. But this one here is like
this is it right through,
On
right
all
believe
the
me.
through, right through. This is real, 24/7, and it is just sometimes it irritates my soul. Like, oh my gosh,
Oh, I'll be my husband make
yeah.
me little bit.
Poor Albie, and Shannon.
Oh no, not for Shannon, but for Albie. You know what you were getting into.
I had no choice.
It's true.
I had no
It's
choice.
true.
You
You
had
know,
no choice. What I also love about your platform is that there's no censorship on the things that you guys say, right?
Yes.
yes.
And
Yes.
makes it even more fun to people, and people want to tune in because it's like, even in the conversation where you guys had about what did you say about women having multiple orgasms and men can only have one? Who's the
Yeah.
loser?
Yeah, they are. They still are. Yes, I stand by it. I stand by it.
No,
Loser.
it's just that like there's some it's so many times you hear what men like in sex, and that's why I said like certain things when I always make this joke about a finger bang to start the show, and everybody like, and I'm like, yeah, but so many men say they like blowjobs. I don't know what I could say or not say on the show, but I'm just trying to explain it to you here. But so many men explain everywhere you see some and social media is a big joke about how much men love blowjobs and these different things. I'm like, women enjoy sex just as much.
Mhm.
Women want to talk about sex, but you so many women keep it to just their friends. And I'm like, you know what, Shannon, let us take it out there and
Mhm.
let's take it to the world about how much, especially Caribbean women too, because I
Yeah.
find Caribbean cultures it's pretty sexual, but at the same time they so clutch their pearls and these things. Even our moms, when we were cursing and stuff, our moms was like, Jennifer, you have to curse so much, you have to curse so much. And it's like, yes,
My
The
mom,
frig I do.
my mom would just text me, stop cursing so much, stop cursing so much, stop cursing so much, like on a
Yeah,
daily. And
yeah,
I was
that's
like,
true.
but I would be like, how is my mom seeing these videos? Like, she's not on Instagram. I blocked her. Like, I just don't need my mom to see this. And she's like, stop it. And I was like, gosh.
Like the other day, we had a video where we were talking about making joke about the Jesus Christ. Like how my dad used to ball out Jesus Christ like that, right?
Yeah.
And we know not to say the Lord's name in vain.
Yeah,
he
but
was,
we were just mocking my dad, right?
Yeah.
And so she was like, "Stop! Don't call Jesus' name in vain, and tell Ginevra too." And I'm like, "Tell your favorite brother-in-law, because that's my dad, to a brother-in-law." I was like, "Tell your favorite brother-in-law to stop," because I was just mocking him because I couldn't understand when I was young. My dad was so dramatic, like everything is quarreling and cursing and this and that.
I feel like
Bringing
Caribbean
the house
people
down.
overall were just
Yes.
overall dramatic.
It's so much
for what?
quarreling, and it's so much, and so it's now it's just like, well, we're different now, so we like to make fun of that as well too.
Yeah.
So instead of you doing the regular skits and things like that some of the other content creators did, we
Mhm.
like that. We're just going to talk it out
Yeah.
with ourselves here.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. Now, one of the other things that you guys brought up, which I know a lot of Caribbean kids hate, don't like, don't want to see it. It's like I gotta eat that. Karila,
Yeah.
as
Sure,
I say,
Riley. Oh God.
yeah, as in Guyana we say Karila. You guys in Trinidad say Kariley,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
Same
No.
nastiness.
You know what it is? It's garbage. Overall, it's
Just
just
call it
garbage.
garbage. And that I don't understand, Kareli. I don't understand. Like a bitter food just can't
Why?
vibe with me.
Why would
Bitter
you eat
food,
that? Why would you try and cook it to be like, no, it does taste. So you tell me you experimented enough to cook with this and be like, oh, I found the right recipe. Throw that in the bin for me, please.
And everybody loves to tell you, Mike Riley is the
The
best.
best.
Mike Riley is the best. And I'm like,
No, it's not.
It ain't. And I always tell people too that when I was younger, there were things like pak choy and bodi
Yeah.
and all these other and okra and stuff like that I wouldn't eat. I only wanted like macaroni, mac and cheese, macaroni pie and stewed chicken and more, kid food, mashed potatoes, things like that, right? But now, yeah, give me all these saltfish,
Mhm.
Karali. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
not Karali, saltfish, okra,
Pak choy.
pak choy, all those things. I would eat those things now. I love those things now.
Yeah.
So I was saying that in my big age here, when I'm almost 40, and I still wouldn't eat Karali, I probably never will. I really, my palate didn't mature for that as yet, ever, probably.
I tried
I don't know how people eat that thing. Like it's never not
Mm-mm.
bitter. Like
Exactly.
It's for old people.
It's for old people who want to bring down the blood sugar.
Their taste buds, yeah, but I think that's strong for your back. And okay, well, you eat it. Like, no, don't try and remake it and be like, no, it tasting good. Like, please.
And my dad, he says this thing. He's be like, "Well, that's thing to eat with mouth, or food to eat with
Food
mouth."
to eat with mouth.
And I'm like, as opposed to what else would you use to eat with that?
I would rather gnaw on my finger than put a piece of crab in my mouth.
I will go to sleep hungry.
The dying hungry. Make here. I'll chew a sock before I put a piece of crab in my mouth.
So I saw also that you guys have now partnered with Selfish Box. So tell us what Selfish Box is and what role are you guys playing in that?
Okay, so Selfish Box is a self-care box for women. So the owner, Kelly French, is Ginevra's husband's good friend's wife. So it have a connection there.
Yeah, they were from Trinidad as well.
So they are
And they moved to
Trinidadian.
Texas.
Yes, so they are Trinidadian. They actually started my Trini box in these states, and that's well known. So she wanted to start a self care box for women because she has two young kids. She's trying to run her own business. She's a
Wow.
wife, running a household. I think she has two under the age of 5 right now. So she's a very busy person, and she's like, you know what? I understand that a lot of people out there, mothers, even if you are not a mom, but even the women that are just wanting to be career focused and stuff like that, if you don't have kids, you're probably putting your extra energy and time into your job or your career. So you are working so you're not working the typical 8-9 hours. You put in way more hours. So she created this box, and it has maybe about between 6 and 8 items of really nice self-care products, and a lot of
Okay.
them she tailored to just kind of like use within like a 10-20 minute time at night when you're winding down and you have those minutes to yourself to kind of just make yourself feel a little better. So we really love that brand about her. And we thought, well, let's pair up together and let's get some things in there that Jen and I actually like.
Yeah.
So we chose some really fun things for the box, and our wait list to join and actually get exclusive something start opens on the
27th.
October 27th, and the wait list becomes open. You join it, and then you all will be able to order the box, and then you can get it with all the goodies inside.
And in the podcast episodes, we always spoke about self care. Like it's
Yeah.
a major thing for us.
Especially with mental health too.
And yes, so we tailor the box with a nice mix of mental health stuff, physical self care.
Yeah.
Because self care is not just putting on a nice cream and your
Mhm.
hair products or your nails or whatever. So we just really, because I mean I feel like when a woman um loves herself, likes herself, feeling herself, feel everything good, lots of good things could happen for her and whoever she loves around her.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
that is why we think it would be a nice marry. It would have been a nice marry for us to link up with Selfish Box to have an exclusive Jen and Shan box where we chose the items similar to our personalities and what we've been pushing on the podcast, the self care stuff we've been pushing on the podcast as well.
Definitely. I absolutely love that. It's so important for women to do self-care. Like it's something that I talk about all the time. Because a lot of times, we're doing so many things that we forget that we still need to be taken
Right.
care of.
Yes.
Yes.
So I absolutely love that idea for it. So are you guys gonna be like shipping out of Trinidad, or what's the shipping gonna look like?
Right. So the shipping is actually done in the States. So
Nice.
so y'all can, so everyone in the States and I think in Canada is able to get the box. And if for local Trinidadians that would want to order the box, if you have a Sky box, you can ship it to the Sky box and then it can come to Trinidad as well.
Lots of Trinis have Sky
Lots of
boxes,
Trinis have Sky
so,
boxes.
yeah.
So that's why we knew at least it will hit, America, and then it can hit Trinidad as well.
Yeah.
I love that. I absolutely love that. I think that you guys are such a brand. I feel you guys have developed something that people can relate to. You're partnering with things that make sense. And then I see now that you guys are now having guests in studio with you. So how is that going? And who made the decision to start saying, you know what, let's have some guests to get some more exposure out?
So I think from the beginning, when Jen and I were even conceptualizing the whole podcast and where it could go and where we want to take it, we always said we wanted to have guests, and we actually chose our friends as guests. We have doctors, we have lawyers to touch on some really like serious subjects that people just need to have some more information about it because it's just not known. So we always knew we were going to have guests, right? But it takes time to kind of set up with everyone's schedule and the topic at hand. And we always knew we were going to do it. But Junior Lee, I'm sure you all know who he is, big guy.
Yes.
He was actually, him and his manager really liked us and reached out. And I was like, yes, like let's do a skit together. So it started off as a skit. And then they was like, I think we had asked if he would be okay to come on on our podcast, and they said yes. And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
I'm like, you actually said he said yes. I'm like, Jen, he said yes. Like, what are we gonna do? So then we teamed up with Scotch, who has like a nice office area, and they also like videotape some of these stuff as well. And that was our very first guest. So now we like shoved our friends aside, which is so horrible of us. But I mean, we will get them back on. We have
still have intentions of bringing them on.
We do still have intentions, but it was just one of those things where we just kind of like shot in the dark. Like, you shoot your shot and it landed, and I'm like, oh my God, like this is huge. Like, and then this is going to be our first guest. So we were very nervous. If you all saw the interview, we were a little nervous, but it was amazing.
Yeah. But a lot of it is when like people so far they've offered, you know what I mean? Like they've reached out to us. So they actually help us with a lot of the guesswork in terms of getting people. Because like I say, we were like, okay, so it's like as Shannon was saying, we started with our friends. Then there will be at a point where we could probably link up and reach out to other influencers, and that's why we had to trump our friends, and because they've been reaching out and they want to be on the podcast and stuff like that. They want to do a skit, and we're like, you know what, say less. We're ready. We're here.
Yeah, anytime. Well, it is like when I tell you, it is just go running, because we're so new into this, and like these people have been doing it for a long time. Like we did a skit with Zach Bermudez. We will do another skit with Junior Lee. I know his schedule is a little bit busy, but we planning to do that. And we've reached out to some other people who have actually said yes, and we're like, oh my gosh, like
Yeah.
we're so small and little compared to like their followers and their presence, and like they're saying yes to little old us. Like it's insane.
But like
No,
sorry.
I don't like that word little, right? Because I
I
feel
know.
like what you guys, nothing little is good, right? I feel I
I
feel
hear
like I feel like what you guys have is something that is important, right? Because a lot of times in our community, in our Caribbean community, there's certain conversations that we don't want to have, and especially talking
Mhm.
about the mental health aspect of it, right?
you.
They
Hmm.
shy away from those conversations because then it's like, oh, well, you may know I have bipolar, you may know I have this, you may know I have that, and they're ashamed of it. So the fact
Yeah.
that you guys are using your platform and now you're having your friends or the influencers and all of that who want to join speaks volumes to the brand that you guys have and the
Mhm.
power that you have in this space. Because
Agreed.
not a lot, if you're not doing something that's good and feel good, I'm going to use the feel good part of it. People are not going to reach out, but the feel good part of it is what I feel that you guys give. So people are like, you know what? Let's go. Let's do this.
Yeah,
Yes.
agreed.
Agreed.
Agreed. Yeah,
Yes.
because it's a lot of what feels like very genuine love or appreciation.
Mhm.
And you seriously like the brand. I think people like the brand. And the fact that we came out guns blazing, cursing and talking
Talking
about
about
sex and stuff like that,
and
they were
body
like,
parts.
wow. And hair body parts, and people like, wow, y'all are really, that's one thing we hear a lot, that y'all are really brave,
Mhm.
y'all are really brave. And I'm like, that's not actual true
That's not brave.
bravery, that must probably more madness and trying to test the water with the madness.
Insanity.
Like with like is people gonna like they're gonna buy into it or they will not?
Yeah.
And we knew that it would be bought into because we know we have a lot of unheard voices. So
Yeah.
yeah, so people appreciate the authenticity and the how we just came out like, listen, this is us,
Yeah.
take it
Take
or
it or
leave
leave
it.
it.
And a lot of people are picking up what we're putting down. So we
Yes.
appreciate that a lot.
Yeah.
That we don't have to explain ourselves too much. So many people come back and explain. They're like, you know what I love? And they'll like call out our vision and our mission. And we're
Mhm.
like, thank you
Yes.
for getting exactly what it is we
Yes.
are about.
Yeah. It's authentic. It's very
It,
authentic.
Thank
it is,
Um,
you.
yeah.
Thank you.
you could see, and I tell people all the time, like when you're doing these things in these spaces, you have to love it. And
Mhm.
Yes,
people
you
have
do.
to see that you love it, right? It takes a lot of work, right? There are many days when I'm like, oh my God, I got to post today. Like, really? Like, I really got to do this. But I
Yeah.
know that people on your pages and all of that kind of stuff, they're looking forward to the
Yeah.
conversations and the laughter, especially the laughter because of the space that we're all in right now at this point. The laughing aspect of it is so important. And I'm
Mhm.
so glad that both of you has decided to do this and that you're from Trinidad and there's not a lot of podcasters from Trinidad and here you are guys are pushing this and reaching to levels that I know both of you probably didn't even expect
No.
to be happening right now. So I want to
Right
say
now,
to you
yeah.
from one woman to another to two other women like congratulations.
Oh,
Um
thank you.
congratulations and keep giving us all of this stuff because we need it. Like we need it. Like you could, and I'm sure that you guys have had many messages from people like, yo, I was having a bad day today. And then
Yes.
I went to your page and it's like my whole day just like I was
Yeah.
okay. Like how many of those messages do you guys get?
Lots,
A lot,
a
yeah.
lot daily, and we try our best to respond to all,
Hmm.
even if we just like it, just to know that it's been read and we've seen it. But it has so many messages that where they'll private DM us and they're like, "You are helping me go through a really tough time right now," and I'm just like, it's mind blowing because I'm just like, but we just out here playing, being a fool because Geneva and I in real life are two clowns just trying to get through life,
Yeah.
but we have to laugh at any given moment because why be so serious, right?
Yeah.
And we actually it's being captured and people are seeing it and they actually think it's like hilarious and they're watching these videos over and over and they're like, I've seen this like 10 times, like 15 times, and I'm still laughing like as if it's the first time I've seen it. And they was like,
Mm.
"You all are getting me through this day," and I'm like, "Ginevra, this is mind blowing. Like we're doing something to make someone feel better." Like I think that's probably one of the biggest compliments we could get.
We also got a really nice compliment from a girl one time, like when in July, August, when we were there was a point in time where our followers was just skyrocketing on Instagram. Like we like like if you're watching a movie and you just see the numbers just
Go
going
high,
up, going
yeah.
up, going up, and like it was like hundreds of followers per day
Yeah.
almost. And there was one girl who commented a long message and sent us a long DM, sorry, and she said that in the beginning she didn't care for us
Yeah.
because we were so crass and cursing and stuff, and she
Mhm.
thought she was disgusted, like she found it was just vile. And then something told her,
To go
or
back.
she just,
One of her
one
friends,
of her friends, or she just felt like it.
one of her friends,
One of her friends sent her.
resent a new reel it got because she wasn't following us. So her friend sent us another reel and said, "Listen to what they're saying."
Yeah,
And
and then
that,
she went back to watch some of the episodes where she, because what you see on the Instagram and the TikTok is just some of the very wildest, stupidest moments that
Yeah.
we have, right?
right?
But like for
Right.
the actual conversations in the podcast, right? They're much more pivotal. They're deeper. They're different things. They have funniness. They have a lot of nuance with it. And so she went back to watch the episodes and she was like, she just can't thank us enough for same thing you're saying, like, opening up this space to have these conversations and being so okay with having it and
Mhm.
stuff like that. And so she absolutely love us now and stuff like that. So that really stood out to me. Because
Yeah.
like I say, she really didn't care to give us a chance at first. And I feel like she's one of many who would have
Yeah.
felt that way as well.
Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna tell you guys that when TNT brought you to me and say,
Mhm.
"Oh, Michelle, I have these girls that I think they're really dope, and I want them to be on your platform." I was like,
TNT.
"Okay, send me the stuff, right?" And I went to it, and I was like, "Oh my god, like I can relate to a lot of this stuff." And I was actually surprised that you guys agreed to do the interview, right? Because I'm like,
We
and
were
I
so
think
happy.
I said it to him too. I'm like, but they're like huge. Like, you sure they
No, I mean, we're
so
getting big,
We're
right?
getting
We're getting big.
no, we were
no,
extremely
I
excited and happy to do this.
Like we were giddy. Like we were like, like we were like this and you.
Yeah.
I love it. Now with the 50-50 conversation that you guys were
Mhm.
having,
Yeah.
right? On this show, I do a lot of conversations like that as well, right? And I want to know when is a good time in a relationship to do 50-50 because you guys were not feeling that at all. Homeboy even got pushed out the door.
Yeah. We got shoved in the trunk.
So when is it a good thing to do 50-50 in a relationship?
If it's a friendship. That is the clear answer right there. Is it a friendship? 50-50. If you're dating,
No, the reason why
no.
the,
I was gonna cuss. No.
the reason why I don't care for 50-50 in a relationship is because when you think of a relationship in terms of a situationship, a marriage, a long-term relationship, whatever. I know I've looked at my mom, and my mom was a housewife and so she didn't
Mm,
work anywhere, right? But
She didn't have a formal job.
yeah, she didn't have a formal job in that way, but my dad had one. But to
okay.
me, the contribution my mom would have made and the way my mom dedicated her entire life to
Mm,
us, and she still is very involved and
To this
worried
day.
to this day, this kind of way. So the stuff that my mom has contributed to make sure that my mom and my dad and my sister and I have been perfectly well and taken care of, to me, that is priceless. So how do you quantify it to make sure everything is 50-50 in that way? You know what I mean? So that's why I don't care for 50-50 when we're talking about money, because different people bring different things, right?
Mhm.
My husband right now, he makes a lot more money than I do in my actual job. But there are some things that even he will do for me emotionally that,
okay.
like I can't put a price to it. You know what I'm trying to say? So
Right.
that's why I don't care for people to want to quantify a 50-50. It is whatever is in the confines of your relationship, by all means, you do as possible. Now, sometimes it can be that two people working and one person could have to constantly pay for every single thing. So their salary just completely getting used out and
Mm,
finished and whatever. And the next person just like, oh.
Yeah. No, that's not okay.
Yeah, that's not okay.
That's not okay.
Well, my money's good. How is your like that? That's not okay. You know what I mean? But you can't operate in a bubble like that. So that's why the 50-50 conversation should not be had. It's supposed to be whatever is in the confines of your relationship and whatever is acceptable and whatever you could do and
Mhm.
what because sometimes, like I say, you'd have certain things that a woman could contribute or a man, and you can't really put a quantity to it.
Because at the same time, like, so coming from someone who has made her own money and has bought every single thing that I've ever wanted, like I've never really had any man or any boyfriend purchase these things that I've done it all myself. I've achieved all myself. I would like someone who has reached my level of achievement in life, in the career, financially, all these little areas that I check off as what I've done in my life. I would like to be in a relationship with someone who's equally around that same area. Now, I'm not saying that I need him to pay for everything because I have no problem spending my money, spoiling my man, doing those things because I've done it before. I'm not asking for all his money, but I'm just saying that it shouldn't be quantified because it just puts a strain on the relationship. Because it's like signing a prenup and already putting it in your mind. Well, if something does go wrong, like no, that's not the point. You're in it, you're fully in it.
Yeah,
If you all are dealing with financial situation where someone lost a job and like bills are piling up, you can understand certain
That's different.
conversations
Right,
to be
right.
had. But like no, like come on now. It's not 50-50. I would like to be taken care of, but I would also take care of my man as well.
exactly. Correct.
I like
That's what
And I
said
will do it in all ways, financially, emotionally,
sexually.
sexually.
I just wanted
Like
to-
come on.
Right?
It's
Yeah.
a give and
So
take.
that's why I said it's within whatever is going on in your relationship.
Right.
But for somebody to come and sit down and I like let's say this is the second or third date I'm on with you and you have to say, well, what like, well, I like 50-50. How is it with like it's odd. It's only that's a new age conversation
Mm-hmm.
and it takes away a lot of the romance, it takes away a lot of the love and the respect or care for the other person because like
Too.
Shannon was saying, friendships, because if I go out with my friend and the bill comes, yeah, well, so the bill is $200. Well, both of us will put 100 each, right? That's 50-50 and that's fine. And that's completely different because we have no other expectations
Correct.
other than, well, we sit in here to have a meal and a fellowship with a friend. But when
Right,
you're in a
right.
relationship, there's too much involved for you to sit and quantify in that way, in my opinion.
And if
You
you're
know?
gonna sit there and count, leave. Please leave.
Yeah.
Leave.
And then you
Yeah.
have to know that you can't be like a man knowing that you're making $30,000. This is how Trinidad is. We don't really say the salary for the year, but the salary for the month. So 30,000 TT dollars for the month or something like that. And your wife making 8,000 TT for the month or something like that. And something breaks down in the house for 5,000 and you want to put 2,500 and she has to put 2,500. That does not make any sense. So you should not quantify in that way because you have to know what is going on within your relationship. I can't talk about this enough.
Yeah, yeah. You got to know what works for you.
Correct.
Definitely gotta know what works for you. Now, one of the other videos that I saw you guys posted that I definitely want you guys to give some advice is the whole ghosting situation. And I want you guys to give some advice to women in the essence of the perfect way to handle being ghosted.
Sorry, say that again.
Say that last piece again.
I want you guys to give women some advice on the perfect way to handle being ghosted.
Oh, the perfect way. So here's my thing. He was never anything good to begin with if that's how he treated you. So you just saved yourself some time,
Correct.
right? So you exited. He made you exit without you
Even
wanting that
or having a say in it.
right, or having a say in it, but take it as a blessing.
Yeah.
Because if he could do that to you now, imagine if you were to get in a relationship and he changes his mind and he takes off. So it's better now that he leaves. Bye bye. Not worth it. These men out here are very indecisive and have too many options. So I think that's the reason for a lot of ghosting is because they think something better has come along. So if that's what you are thinking, brother, stay that side.
Also, I want to also say on the other side too, nothing is wrong if you decide. Nobody's saying that you are chained to this because you went on 3 dates, that you're chained to this one girl or woman or whatever, and you need to carry it to marriage, you could decide, you know what,
That it's
after
done.
these 3 dates, I'm not really into this girl as much. Or you have another option, as Shannon was saying, so you're thinking of another person. Why don't you just, and men are men and alpha males and they're strong, just telling you, listen, this was a nice time, but I don't think I'll contact you in this way again for another date. You don't have to even give a reason. You just let the person know, like, I don't think we'll carry forward on another date, but we could still be cool, or you know what I mean? And you just say something very cool and normal. I know there are women who will force, so they will make an issue about it, but at the same time, it's just open communication.
At least
And
yeah.
I want to say this might be a small-minded thing to say, but I want to say that there are not many women out there that are going to make a very big deal about you coming to tell, like letting them know that, hey, don't look, like
I'm not interested
I'm not that
anymore.
interested anymore
Yeah.
to continue pursuing this in that way. So you wouldn't believe how much stress you would relieve from the woman if she doesn't sit down thinking that a message will come again, a next date will come again, a next call will come again.
It's
She
so
herself will just say, well, okay, my next option is, or whatever the case might be. All it is common decency, and then after you say that conversation, then you could ghost in that. Well, you just move on with your life and you don't have to communicate with the person again anymore if you didn't care for that or whatever. So to me, it's just that's why we don't like this ghosting thing, but it's how to handle it. Ghosting is a hard thing to have to handle because you leave the person with so many questions.
Mhm.
I just want women to know that 100% of the time, people that say it's not you, it's me, it's the man.
It
It's
is them.
not
It's
you.
them. It's them. It's them. 100%.
Even
It's
if
them.
even if the man decide he don't like you, that
It's
don't
still
matter
him.
to you. That don't matter to you. It's still him. It's what he don't like. It's not you. It doesn't mean that you
Yeah.
have to, because it has something about you that another man would like, right? So even if he decided that I don't like how her hair is, it's still a him problem. It's not a you problem.
Yeah.
It's not your hair. It's not a problem with your hair or anything. It's a him problem.
Yep.
So always internalize it that it's not a problem with you. It's a problem with him. And you have to keep telling yourself that, like some affirmations on a daily basis.
Mhm.
And that's the best way you'll deal with if you do get ghosted. But I find men need to really and truly, if I hear it every day in my life, alpha male and we're a man and we're this. So say it with your whole chest. Use your cojones.
Please.
Say whatever you want to do or you don't want to do.
Definitely, definitely. Do you guys ever get like any inboxes or messages or anything like people saying like you're men bashing? Do you ever get any of those? How do you
Yeah,
guys handle those conversations?
Don't care. Don't care.
So actually, I had a friend the other day. He's still a good friend, a normal friend. He messaged me the other day and we talked, and he liked the podcast, and he's like, but sometimes that's fine. I don't know. I think I think what he was trying to say is that he don't like to openly like our stuff because we man bash too much. And I said, listen to me. I don't understand why, because he's a really good, normal, nice married man, very, as far as I know, straightforward with what his family life is and stuff like that. And my thing is, if it is only for the man for the shoe to fit to wear it. If it's not fitting, you don't wear it.
Mhm.
You understand what I mean?
That's
So
what
the
I'm
man bashing should. So if somebody going off, right, and they're saying, well, I don't like women with this and that, and I know I'm not a woman with that, so that it's not going to bother me.
Mhm.
So if you know you're a good man, and what we're talking about, it does not fall in your garden, it doesn't
Fall within your
fall
lines.
within your description of what you do in your life, then you don't have to have a problem with it. So that's why we want to also teach people out there to be a lot more self-aware. You have to
Mhm.
know yourself and understand who you are. And then, because let me just give you this little quick joke here. I used to be a counselor in a all-male high school from 2014 to 2018. So there
Oh,
was one
wow.
student, yeah. So there was one student who came and he was in a big huffy because some other boy said that his mom was a hoe. Sorry, I don't know if I can say hoe on the radio here, right? So he's crying and he's upset. So I said, "Is your mom a hoe?" And he's like, "Miss, what?" And he's freaking out. He's like, "Miss, what do you mean?" And I was like, "I asked you, is your mother a whore? Is your mother a hoe?" And he said, "No." I said, "Exactly. So then
So
you
why
should not be upset. You know the
right?
truth, right? You know the truth about your mom. So stand by the truth. Give your mom the respect of standing by the truth of what you know and walk on by on the boy's insult because all he's trying to do is just get to you. Has nothing to do with your mom, really. You understand what I mean? So it's all about knowing you
Mhm.
and knowing what you stand for and that kind of thing. Because then nobody could, rattle you
or
too much in that kind of way.
So when we see, I'm just gonna add to this. So when Jen and I see some like mean comments come in, like we literally dying laughing. We're like, because it's hilarious because these people are trying to like come and like say something hurtful to you online. Like, get a life. But like they're trying.
So
Some of this stuff is like hilarious, like what they say, and then they misspell it. And I'm like, bro, like, go back to school, pick up a dictionary. If you're coming to roast people, roast them correctly. Like, don't like it. So it's a lot of it is I would say 99% of it makes us laugh because Jennifer and I know who we are and what we stand for.
and then a lot of people come at me, especially,
Yeah.
and they'll be like, you know, well, you're fat and you're fat and you're fat, and I'm like, true. Like I never look in a mirror a day in my life.
That's all she does.
I don't know. I have some weight on me. Like you know what I'm trying to say. So what kills me too is how you ask about the man bashing, right? Like the funny thing is that like a lot of the men tell on themselves.
Mhm.
And now the ones who get vexed is the one or upset are the ones who are like what we are saying, you know, like man
Yeah.
bashing. Like when we say man is not a mess or whatever, like dog mess or whatever. Right? They're the ones who come in to complain and it's like the jokes is right themselves with some of these men. We spoke about porn the other day. And
I was
that
asking, that was my
struck a
next
nerve.
question. That was my
Yeah.
next question to you guys. Like, how the first of all, tell people what it is that you guys said and how did that go over in the Jamaican and Trinidad community? Because that was huge.
Yeah.
So it was. So we came out. We released 2 posts, and a lot of it had to do with Google porn searches in the Caribbean and worldwide, right? So we didn't just want to target Trinidad, but we wanted to show the amount of Google searches. Like we keep having to see is Google searches that we did. You're like, everyone's like, why are y'all coming for Trinidad?
This is information
This is
available very easily once you type it
Right.
in Google or AI or whatever.
Right. So our research that we did showed that
Very
Trinidad
shallow research.
was in the top. So Trinidad was in the top 10 Google searches for porn. So like your basic porn, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So that came out. And then when we broke it down by region, a lot of it was kind of like the South Country region, right? In Trinidad. The second reel that we came out with was that Trinidad and Jamaica had a very high ranking of searches for gay porn. And we found it very, I guess, unique because in Jamaica, they don't really.
Yeah, don't promote that.
They don't promote that. They don't speak about it. They actually speak down about it. So it's kind of like, right? So, and then in Trinidad too, I think Trinidad, the gay culture is very normal here. Like you're gay, you're not like our generation. It does not bother us one bit. Once
But
you
it's
have,
still,
you're happy.
it's not as bad as Jamaica, but it's still
It still
a
has.
thing, right?
It is
It's
still a
big
thing.
issue.
But that was the other statistic, and that was the other reel that we had. So one was talking about how Trinidad was in the top 10 Google searches in all of the world with porn, and that Trinidad and Jamaica were also in the top searches for gay porn.
Right.
And people came for us.
But the thing is, it's just that like I have a little saying that like when you like if you press down on this end of the pipe or this end of the hole, and you keep any pressure there, it could burst on the next end.
Mhm.
So what I'm trying to say in that little analogy I'm giving you there is that you want to suppress homosexuality and you want to down cry it and hate on it and all these different things, but it is heavily happening somewhere behind the scenes in the Pornhub searches and wherever it's happening still.
Yeah.
And here it is. It came out in the porn searches on Google. We came to say it. You know what I mean? And funny enough, not many Jamaicans said. I don't feel we have a very heavy voice in
No.
Jamaica. I don't think, or in the region.
My one friend follows us. No.
In the region, so I don't even think that many Jamaicans know of us in that way to even hear what we've said.
Right.
To heard what we said. But the Trinis heard of it, and they would have said more stuff about it. So my thing is like, why homosexuality has been around since the dawn of time?
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, and then like I had I shouldn't say a friend. This is somebody who said something the other day. He was like, what does he call it? He says fussy, some very fussy man, some very bulla man, or some derogatory gay term. And I'm like, my boy, it's 2024. It was last year. I was like, it's 2024, and you still
Using
are you in
those
high school?
terms? Yeah.
Gay, to me, the gays run the world, right? Like, you know what I mean? Everything that is beautiful and creative and fun, it has lots of gay people
creators.
behind it and the creation behind it. So for you to be acting like that is something odd or funny or something to be made fun of, you are a couple of centuries behind, in my opinion. He didn't like what I said, but you know me. I mean, as you're seeing here, I live my truth. I speak exactly
Yeah.
what I want to say, you know, and I have a gay best friend. So to me, it's like, and the reason why I had to put him in his place is because he was making fun of the gay best friend. So it's like, you're not coming around me with that, you know? So it's
That
like,
was
but, mhm,
that was one of the clips that I forgot to post because a lot of my followers are Jamaicans. And I forgot to post it, but it's still something that I'm going to post because after I saw it, I went and did my own research and found that, oh my God, this is like really
yeah,
happening, right?
yeah,
But people don't want to have the conversation because now it's like, okay, so like you said, if you guys are against all of this stuff, what y'all doing over here then?
mhm,
What's how it's not adding up? So tell
yeah,
us why it's not adding up.
yeah,
A lot of Caribbean culture, and this is what I found, even though I grew up in Canada, but I still grew up in a very Trini household, very Trini household. My grandparents were there, my mom, my dad, like our friends and family, all Trini, all rooted in the same culture, like as if they were living in Trinidad. But the Trini culture is very much you present yourself one way to everybody else, and behind closed doors it's something different, but we care so much about what people think,
mhm,
how we look, and the perception of what it really is all that matters in other people's eyes. And
yeah,
Ginevra and I will shoot ourselves first before we even go down that path and think that. Now there are things that we have said on the podcast that don't make it in the edits because it's just something where we feel like, I guess we think we don't want to hurt people's feelings in the
Right.
same thing. We still want to be very real, and we'll find another way to say it.
mhm,
But the crassness of how we say it sometimes, like, you know what, let's not put this one in, let's reword it and say it this way and put the message out a little bit differently, so that, because we still want to be heard. We're not out here to just ball and just all this information and this is what we think and da 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 da. Like, we want to create conversations, we want to be relatable, we want people to like us, we want people to be like, yes, I can relate. So
yeah. And we want people to, just like you, ask why, like,
ask why.
how
Yeah.
come it is like this? If you know, it's because like what Shannon was explaining just now, it's what I call is the how it go look.
Yeah.
Right, that's how we, like, Trinis will be like, but how it go look if you do have this, or how it go
Could care
look.
less.
I couldn't
Yeah.
care less
You
about
see,
that anymore.
our moms,
Yeah, they
oh
live
yeah,
by the how it go look.
I don't tell Shannon that you go and you move to Trinidad and you start a podcast. I know showing every podcast you cussing too much. And what God you think? I said, God knows my heart. Leave me
Yes.
And God is hearing us.
alone.
God
And
is
God is
hearing
hearing
us
us.
loud
We
and
pray to Him
clear.
every day, every night. We pray
So
to
God is
Him.
hearing us loud and clear. He knows we curse.
He made us in this light.
Right?
He made us in these lights. So I don't know what y'all want me to do. Are you guys ever gonna have your moms on the show? Are you planning to do that?
If they
I
want to be, I
I
have no
think
problem with them being on it. As if they want to be, if they want to be associated with these two cuss buds, it's
I
up to them.
don't.
I can't see them really wanting to be on it the way they are. But
So all I'll do, I introduce Auntie Vera's cooking on our stories. And we talk about, because I live with Auntie Vera and Uncle Fenric, which are
my
Ginevra's
parents.
parents, right? My mom lives in Edmonton, but when she comes to visit, she stays with her parents. So
Okay.
I think when my mom comes at Christmas time, we'll try and see if we could get
Yeah,
some form of something in, because we keep Albie very secret.
that's my husband.
Just because it's a thing. So
Yeah.
it just became this thing because he would help us, and you'd hear Ginevra, Albie, Albie, Albie. And everyone's like, bring Albie to the front of the camera. I'm like, no, y'all don't get to
Oh,
see him.
And he's a very shy, introverted guy.
Very
He really
shy
care
guy.
for all that attention
Attention.
and all that.
I think that your moms will make a dope episode. Like I
It
really
would.
and it will also give them a different perspective being in person with you guys while you're doing this to say, you know what? These girls are fine. Let me just leave them alone and let them do what they're
You would
doing.
think
Nah,
so. You would think so,
Miss
but no,
Michelle,
no, you're
you need to
all
meet Vera. Don't
and
leave me
Lena
alone. We pushing 40 and
40.
50 and 10 here, and they are so involved. Like my mom, like, to tell you how it is, right? Like if
I
I'm going
just went to my
somewhere,
mom.
my mom was like, "Come, let me see how you're looking."
Yeah.
up to now.
So
She
now
just likes
she
to
had to
still.
get out the car.
Yesterday was
Oh, oh
Diwali,
my
and I got out the car to show my
Do
mom
you
my
go through
Diwali
that? Do
outfit.
you go through that? Is that what you're wearing? Do you
Yes,
go through
yes.
that? Oh my God.
To this
To this
day.
day, I'm like, okay, Auntie Vera, I'm going. Wait, come on, let me see what you're wearing.
Oh, I don't like your hair like that. Fix your hair.
She,
Don't do a side part, do a middle part.
I
Do
don't
a
like
middle
that
part.
outfit at all. It's not looking good. I'm like, bye, Auntie Vera.
Because they live their life by the how it good look. You know what I mean? Like that kind of vibe of and like my mother-in-law too, similar age group and stuff like that. And when people come over, you must have a feast. And I'm
Yeah.
like,
All again, crooks and cheese.
I was like, no, but one time when my friends were coming over and she was like, what you cooking? And I was like, you know, my friends prefer to buy food than eat cooked food, right?
Yes.
Like they prefer KFC. Like that's what they like, you know what I mean? Like, so why would I go and kill myself out to cook? And then here they're like, I don't want to order some KFC or pizza, you know, that kind of way. So so yeah, so she also is that kind of how it good look thing. So I want to break down that how it good look kind of vibe because it really is
Yes.
a thing when it is you don't care about what people think and you move forward with what you want, you could see some magic happen in your life when you really don't take on
And
what other people are saying.
that's kind of what we're doing.
That's what we're doing.
That's what we do. That's why it's like it have some things that we could say that are just like, oh my gosh, like whatever, it's too much or it's too this. And we're like, no what? We still have to play on the fact that we want to be relatable. So you have to change the words in that. You have to just change the message a little bit, right?
Correct, yeah.
Definitely. How are you guys planning on getting to like the Jamaica markets or the Guyana market, Antigua, all over the Caribbean? Like, how are you guys planning to do that? Or have you even started already?
Well, I don't know if we have a plan per se, but we're hoping maybe when the like from Carnival coming up would be a
Yeah.
nice little start of that kickoff, and if we could be part of any of the other Caribbean island carnivals, because we want to get into also any entertainment as an umbrella and on the whole, like
Yeah.
so like hosting stuff or anything like that we want to be a part of. So I feel like the carnivals would be a nice way as well. Also to
Thanks, Elby.
oh yeah, also to thank you. Sorry, I just get distracted with that. She gets some water here.
My brother-in-law brought me
Yeah,
some.
water. Right. Yeah. So we also too like if it have other like it have places in Trinidad, like not places, sorry, organizations in Trinidad that we could link up and we could kind of break that market. We're just hoping for also for it to be we happen upon them like how we happen upon New York and you guys and New Jersey and stuff too. So we're hoping that eventually with more traction that will happen too. And then we could next year we can, infiltrate with the carnivals and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Definitely. I like it. I definitely like it. I feel like the world needs to see you guys. Because again, there's not a lot of two women, Caribbean women, sitting down and having these different conversations. And what you guys see on Instagram is just snippets of the conversations that they have, but they have their whole YouTube where they have all of the entire conversations that they have, whatever guests they may have, all of that, is there for you to watch. So when you go to Instagram, you just see a snippet of the conversation, but they're having some major conversations that, Caribbean people need to be open to, and we need to start having these conversations because we have other people, little people coming up behind us who can now relate to you and say, you know what, I can't go to my mom or my dad, but I could go to Shan and Jin and inbox them and say, hey guys, I'm 15, I'm 16, da 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 da, and this is how I'm feeling. Can you guys walk me through this?
Yeah, and well, I do counseling as well, so we would we absolutely love that when people kind of come to us and they want to like advice as well, because when I was a counselor, I used to say that one of the best things that you could do for your child is to be a friend to them. Now, when you would go online, right, you would get a lot of I want to say American advice, and one of the things that they would say is don't be a child's best friend or friend. But when I used to be a counselor, I used to go and flip it. I used to tell them that when you go online, they would give American parents that. But I want to urge Trini parents to try to become a little bit more of your child's friend. The most priceless thing you could give your child is that that safe space for them to come and talk to you, and you know what's going on in their life, and you could guide them. It's priceless. But
Yeah.
we had a little way like I could have gone to my mom a good bit, but it had certain things you cannot go to your mom or your dad about, and we had to maneuver it ourselves and
To this,
things like that. But I noticed millennial parents now are be creating that safe space for their young ones, and they're allowing their young ones to come and talk to you about even things that we could have never dreamed about talking to our parents about.
it's because we grew up very strict,
Strict, yeah.
extreme. We weren't allowed to
Yeah. So
feel, to
that's what
do.
that's
Yeah.
what we're trying to bring you more to it being outspoken like this, because even like in your parent in your household before, certain topics couldn't be spoken about, but it's like no, some topics need to be spoken
Need to be
about.
spoken about.
Certain things in marriage and or even just as a woman and your body and different things, and it's like these things need to be spoken about. People need to know about these things. You know what I mean? Like not just only just going to AI or going to Google about it. Sometimes you want to have a shared experience with somebody else, and a lot of the
To
times
walk you through
the
it.
reason why the world going the way it is now is because you could be across any culture or race or whatever, and lots of people have universal experiences, and common experiences. So I think that is what we want to promote as well too,
Mhm.
to give that type of friendship to other people. That's why we say with the internet big
Big
sisters.
sisters, yeah.
So you could come to us and I will be like, yeah, well, I remember when this fella break my heart and I was lying down on the ground crying. Hear what I did. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So if it'll help or inspire somebody else to not feel as bad or whatever, because we had our moments too when we didn't know where to turn or where to go. Sometimes you really couldn't. I couldn't tell my mom that this boy break my heart. Like, how you know what I mean?
Hmm.
So
Yeah, definitely. So what is the goal for the next 5 years?
Hmm.
Where do you guys see the podcast? Where do you guys see Jen and Shan podcast? Where do you guys see that in the next 5 years?
So I would like to be rolling in a pile of money.
yeah.
Okay, but but in all honesty, where I would really like to see it. So, like I said, from the get go, when we first conceptualize this, a lot of the magic happens behind when the camera is on, when we are filming an episode. So I really want to have a reality show of Jen and I. Give us a task to do, and we will entertain you
And we
like
want it to
no
be like a
tomorrow.
Caribbean
Caribbean.
Trini reality show where you
Yeah.
really see, and like we give you a little, like insight into how Trinis live and how Trini Christmas is
Well,
and things like that, and
a
get
lot
ready
of
for a fete. And
a lot of it is us, because the way Jen and I just live and exist around each other is hilarious. You want more water? Is hilarious. And it just brings so much. Like a lot of people literally will just stop, and like our friends will stop and be like, "What are you doing?" And we just in our own world, like just doing something different and just creating this, I don't know, this fun energy vibe. So to me, I want the reality show. We would really like to start hosting. We want to be on TV, like a form of a talk show, because
a talk show, yes, is definitely
we want to
important.
spread a lot of information about mental health, women's health, men's health, just
Positivity in
overall
general.
positivity. So that's what we're trying to do. We have to touch on real subjects, and we have to also bring the humor to it, because we understand we out here dealing with a lot of serious issues at a time. But come on, let's have a
Yeah,
little bit of fun. But at the
yeah.
same time, let's also see if we can lend a hand or do certain things. So it's the next 5 years, a lot of it will be hosting, traveling, meeting people, um, a reality show, just
And continuing the podcast as
and
well,
yes, podcast all over
but
for
like on
me.
a bigger scale and
Yes.
stuff like that. Maybe more, even more international
Yeah.
Yeah.
viewers, fans, things like that.
Yeah, kind of reaching out more. Like we have a lot of followers in the UK.
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
That's insane to me.
Yeah, I guess that's the Trinis
Insane.
in
Yeah.
UK as well too. We have a lot of Trinis in UK as well.
Definitely. I could see it all for you ladies, because again, you guys know exactly what you want to do. You know where you want to reach, and you're working towards it. So, I want you guys to like give everybody all of your social media handles, where they could find the show, and also where they can get the merch when it's out, where they can get the boxes that you guys are doing as well. Just let everybody know where they can obtain all of this stuff.
Right. So Instagram IG handle is Jin Shan Entertainment. TikTok is Jin_Shan. YouTube is Jin and Shan Entertainment. Selfish Box. Um, That would be on, I don't know theirs off by hand.
Well, you go to the website. I do believe it's selfish.
No, they have yes, but I don't know the exact website. But if you go on our Jin Shan Entertainment page on Instagram, their website is linked to it. And then on our IG, we have a section for merch as a highlight. So once you click that, right now we're only selling local merch, but we are working and speaking with suppliers right now to supply them so we could ship all over the world.
And as soon as we have that fixed and organized and ready to go around the world, well, there will be a big announcement.
Very big announcement. Yeah.
Very good. I'm so glad. So before I let my guests go, I like for everyone to leave us with something positive. So can you guys leave us with something positive?
Okay.
You want to do it?
Let me, I don't really do each.
Okay.
Okay. Well, like I keep saying, know yourself, love yourself, look within yourself, because every answer that you want for most things that's going on in your life, it would not necessarily be if it is you can't pay a bill right now and you need answers for that. I don't mean that. I just mean like in terms of like and a holistic way of changing your life after some time. It's all within you. So go within yourself, look within yourself, follow your gut, and love yourself, and always realize that you will always be your biggest fan and your biggest supporter and stuff like that. So give yourself a lot of people get hurt when they don't give people when people not giving them what they want, but you can give yourself all of it. So give yourself that TLC, give yourself that love, and watch your life change.
Right. That was a good one, Jen. So my positive message, I think, is to stop caring what people think. If you are questioning if someone is good in your life or if someone is bad in your life, and you notice that they have some toxic traits and they really are more of a burden in your life, it's okay to let them go. You are not a bad person for letting them go, because your peace and your happiness is the only
Yes.
thing that matters. Because if you don't have your peace and your happiness, the other people around you in your life, your loved ones who depend on you, will not get that. So just always make sure, stop caring what people think. Recognize if there is toxicity around you. It's okay to let them go, even if it's family. I've had to do it myself with my own dad. So it's okay to do that. It will help you be a better person, and you will find happiness and peace.
And I just want to add to that, if it is you have to question if the person is good or bad in your life,
They're bad.
they're bad. Because
They're
generally,
bad.
good people, you don't ever have to question
They're bad.
if they're good or bad. So
Yeah.
that's something that you could remember as well to go with.
I love that. I definitely love that. Ladies, I want to say thank you so much for being here today. You have a fan in me.
Thank you.
I'm definitely going to, share a few clips from this interview today. Well, not interview, conversation today. And also, that controversial post that you did put up, I'm definitely going to share it probably sometime next week, because I think that the conversation behind it is really important. And you guys have brought up something that might be taboo or whatever, but it's a conversation that needs to happen. It's a conversation that needs to be
Yes.
heard. And of course, you may get some crazy comments under it, because sometimes the people on my page go a little crazy. But then, I know how to control that as well. So I really want to put that out, because that hit me like a ton of bricks today when I was looking at it. And I want to have the conversation. And it's something that, we need to talk about. And I'm glad that you guys are the people that you are the women that you are, and you're not afraid to have these conversations and to put these things out there. So again, I want to say congratulations. Thank you guys for being the real, honest, raw women that you are. And I wish you guys nothing more than the best. But I saw that you guys will be doing something with TNT. What's that happening in
Soca
February?
Love Boat.
The Soca Love Boat on Carnival Saturday. So we will be hosting his boat cruise on Saturday, February 14th. So we will be the host. He will have some DJs on there, some surprise guests, and some fun things. So you will find us there.
Yeah. If whoever will be in Trinidad at that time, link up.
Come through, link
Come
up.
meet us and
come
party
meet
with us.
We would love to. Because we could wear all that.
Yeah, and we love to meet people and
And we
stuff like
love,
that.
yeah, and we love to drink.
And cuss.
And cuss.
I love it, ladies. Thank you guys so much again. Thank you so much. And again, please don't stop. Keep being great. Keep giving us this content. And again, I wish you guys nothing but the best.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for having us,
Thank you for having
and
us.
same to you with all the success.
We
Love it.
appreciated this experience
Yes.
a lot. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I appreciate it. So, guys, here on Get With The Fix, that was Jin and Shan. Go check them out. Give them again your social media handle. Give them again the social media handle.
Jin Shan Entertainment.
On Instagram.
On Instagram. Go check them out, guys. I promise you, you won't be disappointed. You won't be.
Oh, thank you.
And then the YouTube is which one?
Jin and Shan Entertainment.
Jin and Shan Entertainment on
Yeah.
YouTube. So you'll see the full episodes there on YouTube.
Yeah, definitely. So thank you, ladies. Thank you, and have an amazing rest of your evening.
Oh, thank
You
you.
too.
You too.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
No
Bye.
problem.
Bye.
Get With The Fix, Michelle G. That was Jin and Shan. I absolutely love their podcast. I love the conversations that they have. It's so important for the Caribbean community that we have these conversations because they're necessary, right? So I'm Michelle G. Streaming live on Get With The Fix, Blaze Radio, Mighty Mix, Majestic, Coffee, Metric. I'm going to get into some music and then some more conversation.
Them say the book, but them never read the story. Yo, you don't know it's your girl Danica. You're listening to Michelle G. Get With A Fix Radio, and right now it's all about ready. Ready? Let's go. Them say the book, but them never read the story. Check a bag of things, I know them acting like them know me. Try to use my feelings, control me. Sorry, but that used to be the old me. They say friends are only good as time, baby. If I could rewind my life, I'll let go back. There would only be sunshine, study the dark. Down in the pit, my climb, never seen no one to pull me out. Mind games, where you did there when me, I play myself most of my life. Feeling like me play myself. Make you wanna rate me, come and hit myself. I learn from my mistakes, so I pace myself. While I go backwards, loneliness is not upward. Walk a mile in on my shoes, always free for go upwards. See me, but them never catch me. Oh, them said them got me. When me, I drowning on depression, everyone. But who fooled them, I hold them. Who fooled them, I hold them. Which fooled them, I hold them. Me no know, me no see you. Me no know who them. Who fooled them, I hold them. Who fooled them, I hold them. Which fool them or who them? Me no know, me no see you. Me no know who them. Me no know who them. They said them know me. Them a once upon a time. Them no know my story. When me need, no see no one to hold me. When me need a second, you nobody there to show me. Are you here? Suddenly holding me down. Suddenly you're trying to hear me out now. All of the tears I cried made me know now. I can only depend on me now. I can only depend on me now. Who fooled them, I hold them. Yeah. Who fooled them, I hold them. Which fooled them, I hold them. Me no know, me no see you. Me no know who them. Who fooled them, I hold them. Yeah. Who fooled them, I hold them. Which fooled them.
Yeah, with the Fix, Michelle G. This is brand new. Denique. Who fooled them? Shout out to Sponge Music. This is on his Forgiveness rhythm, which is dropping really soon. Really soon. He has a bag of artists on there, but this is one of the songs. Who fooled them? Shout out to Denique.
But them never read the story. Check a bag of things, I know them acting like them know me. Try to use my feelings, control me. Sorry, but that used to be the old me. They say friends are only good as time, baby. If I could rewind my life, I'll let go back. Would only be sunshine, study the dark. Down in the pit, my climb, never seen no one to pull me out. Mind games, where you did there when me, I play myself most of my life. Feeling like me play myself. When I rate me, come and hit myself. I learn from my mistakes, so I pace myself. While I go backwards, loneliness is not upward. Walk a mile in on my shoes, always free for go upwards. See me, but them never catch me. Oh, them said them got me. When me, I drowning on depression, everyone. Who fooled them, I hold them. Who fooled them, I hold them. Which fooled them, I hold them. Me no know, me no see you. Me no know who them. Who fooled them, I hold them. Who fooled them, I hold them. Which fooled them, I hold them. Me no know, me no see you. Me no know who them. Me no know who them. They said them know me. Them a once upon a time. Them no know my story. When me need, no see no one to hold me. When me need a second, you nobody
be there to show me how you feel. Suddenly holding me down. Suddenly you're trying to hear me out now. All of the tears I cried made me know now. I can only depend on me now. I can only depend on me now. Who fool them? I who them? Who fool them? I who them? Which fool them? I who them? Me no know, me no see you, me no know who them. Who fool them? I who them? Who fool them? I who them? Which fool them? I who them? Me no know, me no see you, me no know who them.
Sometimes I wonder, me really don't hear it too. Like here, what people do, they always end up back in the same situation again. They end up in the same.
Your version. Your version. The intro in this song, Jano.
Me really don't hear it too. Like here, what people do, they always end up back in the same situation again. They end up in the same set of people. And them are doing about the same set of things. They understand what I'm saying? But I truly don't hear it.
Once was lost, but find myself. We got enough time, I'ma find the strength. Father, the enemy want decline me, help me, I beg you. Cancel all untimely death, all out. Me living all time myself, suck your mother straight, me now beat behind the fence. More health and wealth, my friend, man, a true legend of the street, I just time will tell. Stand up firm on my feet. Me tell the youths them for work and believe. Never go to school, me have to learn from the streets. So no bad mind for the badges what me earn for me sleep. Cause when me a work, them a sleep. Now the work, them a speak. Me so clean up the girls, them a scream. Drop a piece on the turf, them a pray. So me tell every ghetto youth put in the work as a G. Cause I believe to it, hungry feet to it. Fi achieve, you don't need degree feet. Stay hungry and protect your 3 piece. Fi have success, you don't need receipt feet. Believe to it, hungry feet to it. Fi achieve, you don't need degree feet. Stay hungry and protect your 3 piece. Fi have success, you don't need receipt money. Work so hard till it twist me spinal. Now go sell me soul for me go viral. Yo, shot in we have no time for rival. If I no rags to riches, then I shine all. Quick a boss every get to you tidal. Take me money by us, me nah buy gal. Patient are the key to survival. Real youths not tell like us time shot.
Yeah, that's true.
Get with the fix, Michelle G. This is one of my favorite Ghanese artists. What up, Muffy?
Mount of time me feel. Fight the fight, dog, me must prevail. I go through why me love the game. Now the whole country know my name. That me did well before the fame. Now me get wise, me learn the game. 1 mile me from, you know the flame. 1 mile me from, you know the flame. Hey. But your words where you choose, don't tell a fucking soul, but the brick where you move. Them pussy, I will sell you out for a little bit of food. Me not see nobody for me, just that could have won. Hey, don't tell me nothing, come not in I mood. My son a figure rich, that's why me dey on the move. Couple of them try test me, invest in our shoes. I wait for your nigga ramp with me one feet. They're getting colder, but the world up on my shoulder. I cannot give up now, me come too far, I just the lover. Deep now, but that's your that them even know they have to put me all in my graph. Put me all in my graph.
Country hat music.
Rapido.
I feel like it's like that thing. Yo, country. All the time. Brand new. Achi. What you drip? Brand new Louis, me a match you with the kicks. But talk to me a travel with a brick. 100 tape on the left of my wrist. Go like ice in the fridge, I'm in a mix. Watch how me a dip. Watch how me a go for the cabbage. Watch it for me up to make.
Yeah, with the fix, Michelle G. This is Mafi. Okay, this is Guyanese, the Guyanese bad artist. Mafi, this song is called Rifle Dip. You know, I've been wondering, like, I really need somebody, yo. Like, I need somebody to just grab this youth, yo, and give him about $1 million and just make his career just go to levels that even he can't even imagine. Because he is so dope. He's so dope. He's so dope. He's so dope. This is Mafia. This is Rifle Dip. Rapido.
I really like it like that. Yo, fancy. I all the time.
What you drip? Brand new Louis, me a match you with the kicks. But talk to me a travel with a brick. 100K on the left of my wrist. Cold like ice in the fridge, I'm in a mix. Watch out me a dip. Watch out me a go for the cabbage. Watch it for me up to make a dip in this. So just the lifestyle we a live right at the this guy. Nobody talk about cash, cause we do the chopping. We create them new like clothes from foreign. One man, one fi do fraud and bombing. We not like boys, so me dog them solid. We gotta go to war if you ramp with Bali. Hey, big rifle in a cabby. Hey, me a travel with it in a traffic. Yo, country, what you drip? Brand new Louis, me a match you with the kicks. Feel match that to me a travel with a brick. 100K on the left of my wrist. Me cold like ice in the fridge, I'm in a mix. Watch out me a dip. Watch out me a go for the cabbage. Watch it for me if you make a dip in this. So just the lifestyle we a live right at the this guy. What you know about them flame? Yeah, man, no behavior. Fully dark like Nigeria. Them could stack my weight, make that spread like malaria. For them catch up to me have to go take a break. Like me, I go for the paper. Me no see for me yet. Rich lifestyle, we are ball like the Lakers. But that time rich, you make bread like Baker. Rump with the team, send you back to your maker. What you drip? Brand new Louis, me a match you with the kids. But talk to me a travel with a brick. 100K on the left of my wrist. Me cold like ice in the fridge, I'm in a mix. Watch out me a dip. Watch out me a go for the cabbage. Watch it for me if we make a dip in this. So just the lifestyle we a live right at the this guy. Yo, country. Them like what? Do. Yeah. What?
Yeah, with the fix, Michelle G. Like I said, I'm hoping somebody somewhere give this young man $1 million so he could just be the great artist that he is. So shout out to Mafi. You guys know, again, we're still in Grammy season. The predictions, Billboard has predicted that Vibes Cartel, Layla, Ikea. Gosh, I gotta get that girl name together. Keznandi, Mojo Morgan, Jesse Royale are the predictions for the Grammys. And Billboard is also asking that the Grammy Awards separate the reggae and dancehall version category. So that will, in my opinion, help the reggae artists and the dancehall artists to have nominations in both categories. But I was having a conversation with someone and he was basically like, yeah, that's a great idea, but Caribbean people don't buy music, and that's the issue that we have. The music has to be bought, right? A lot of us are streaming, a lot of us are downloading, but we're really not going out and buying these albums, these reggae albums, these dancehall albums. We're not going out and buying them, and that's what the issue will be, because again, the Grammys depends on your sales. They don't care what shows you sell out. What are those numbers doing? What's the numbers? Everything is numbers. It's a number system. So they're looking at the numbers that you push out. And, he was just like, yo, that's one of the major issues in the Caribbean community, is that we don't buy albums. We don't buy it. I don't know if you guys saw where 450 put out his album. Somebody put out 450 album sales, and he only had 996 albums purchased. So it's a matter of the Caribbean community getting into buying reggae and dancehall albums. Like, we got to stop saying, like we will go out and buy international artists albums. We will go out and we will purchase that, but we won't go out and purchase our own people. The other aspect that I want to talk about is the whole Massacre situation. So Massacre basically put out his video, and the whole big conversation that took over was basically about this nanny goat that's in the video. And I'm like, okay, why is that so relevant? Like, what's the problem? Because I want to ask, like, when you're eating curry goat, do you know if it's a nanny goat or the ram goat you're eating? You have no idea. And I brought this up to one of my born Jamaican friends, and I'm like, yo, when you're eating, how do they know that that's what they're eating when they're drinking managed water? And she was like, well, the ram goat, you has a smell. So you know that it's the ram goat that you're eating. But how do you really know though? How do you really know? So what I did today, right? I went and I looked at some of the stats. I went and I looked at some of the stats, and I'm going to post this clip. And some people might get upset with me when I post this clip, but I don't care, right? I don't care. This is my platform. I do what I want to do, right? Because my thing is that Massacre has taken dancehall music internationally, right? He's currently signed to a US label. He has taken it internationally. And the biggest thing that Caribbean people could concentrate on is the fact that he has a nanny goat in his song, a nanny goat, to the point of where they're calling him a tranny goat, right? How disrespectful, first of all, is that bloggers are actually, well, one blogger I saw posted it, and I wrote on there like, yo, this is so disrespectful. Like, why would you even post this clip, right? And of course, the king of the dancehall Vibes Cartel jumped in and basically said, y'all favorite artists are delusional. King of the dancehall, hashtag king of the dancehall, right? And what I did was I went to Spotify, right? I went to Spotify because the numbers are what's important, people, okay? I went to Spotify, right? Vibes Cartel has 3.5 million monthly listeners, okay? Vibes Cartel, all right? That's Vibes Cartel listeners. Massacre has 1.4 million monthly listeners, right? Jeff Ross, who also put out some discs, and they don't know if it's the Massacre or who, his monthly listeners is 40.5K monthly listeners, right? Black Rhino also jumped in and made a post, but his monthly listeners is 175, right? Like another artist that did the one that did the is Massacre a tranny goat. The man listening don't even pop up when you type in his name on Spotify. You don't get nothing. Like you get in the search bar, it just pops up with what Spotify is about and how many monthly listeners Spotify has. So I say all this to say that while y'all are out here spending your daily time trying to break this man down, trying to break Massacre down and calling him a tranny goat and all of that, knowing that this is not something that the culture partake in, you need to get your Spotify listeners up, right? There's some artists, and I give numbers. There's some artists that can have whatever conversations they want to have because their numbers are up there. But for those of you who are having all of these conversations and are not touching the Spotify listeners and numbers that Massacre has, y'all really need to chill. Like, chill off all this. Like, let the man be great. So what if it's a nanny goat in the video? Who cares? When you're eating curry goat, do you know if it's a nanny goat or the ram goat you're eating? You don't. You definitely don't. You don't. You don't go to the chef and say, yo, dog, is this the nanny goat or is this the ram goat curry? You don't do that. You just eat it. So I'm trying to help you people understand that a lot of times the important things that we need to concentrate on, we don't. We concentrate on the nonsense and the foolishness. But that man, Massacre's Spotify listeners per month speaks volumes to some of you artists who barely have any Spotify listeners. Get your Spotify listeners up and then go after a Massacre. Like, seriously, please let it go. Let it go already. I find it very disgusting that in this culture, we live on breaking people down. It's never a build up. It's always a breakdown. The man is out here, like I said, taking dancehall music across the world, across the globe, breaking some of the barriers and gaps that some of these other artists have not done or dream of doing. And every time he turns around, it's something. Now, the biggest thing is that he has a nanny goat in his video. Seriously? That's what we doing. That's what we really doing. Man, give me a break. Now, I always tell you guys every week about the things to watch on Netflix. I'm sweating as hell in this video because all the lights are on me, and I just realized that. Some of the things to watch on Netflix. Right now, the number one documentary on Netflix is the Ajika Owens. I hope I said her name right. This is the documentary called The Perfect Neighbor. Please, guys, go watch it. It starts off very slow, but I promise you that you won't be able to move from in front of the TV once you start watching it, or your phone, or wherever you start watching it. It is the story of this neighbor that killed a black woman, a white lady that killed a black woman and left her 4 children without a mom, and basically thought that she was going to get away with it because Florida has that stand your ground law. And basically, no, right? It didn't work that way for her. And she looked like she aged about 1,000,000 years since they locked her up, right? So go watch that. Also, go watch in plain sight. In plain sight. That is a story about this man kidnapping little girls. Kidnapping little girls in plain sight, in bright daylight. He's kidnapping them. Go watch that. Also, No One Heard Us Leave. That is a true story. That's a story about a mother. The daughter um told her mom's story, her mom and her dad's story, and it's really dope. Really a great story talking about, when people can't come to a common ground when it comes to raising children and custody of kids and all of that. And the father, for lack of a better word, kidnapped his own kids, and mom fought for years to get them back and all of that. It's a really great show as well. So those are the things to watch on Netflix. Also, we're still in a shutdown. Day 22 in a shutdown. We're still in a shutdown right now. They are talking about the amount of families, about 42 million families, who will be losing their food stamps and all of that kind of stuff if this shutdown continues. The president is now talking about repartition money, and he wants his money and da 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 da. Meanwhile, there are a lot of federal workers who are currently working without pay. I know some of them, they're working without pay. I saw a video today where the federal workers were in a food pantry line. Imagine, as a federal worker making buku money, you're now in a food pantry line because for a whole almost month you have no pay. And a lot of times some people may judge them, right? But who plans for this stuff? Who sits down and be like, you know what? Next month they're gonna say, oh yeah, y'all are out of a job. No, nobody really plans for these things. So I'm not judging anyone. I think a lot of times we forget that these things can happen to any of us. And we need to stop living in the essence of, if it don't happen to me, it don't concern me. Like, we have to stop living in that essence, because these things are affecting millions of people right now in the United States. Also, they found the lady. I had posted the young lady who dropped her baby basically in a subway station in Penn Station. Brand new baby, umbilical cord still attached. And she took the baby in Penn Station and left the child there. Her name is Asaya Diwara. I don't know, how to say her name. People are going in about her age. She's 30 years old, according to reports. People are going in about her age, saying she looks older than she is. Mental health is a real thing, guys. We don't really know her story. Not that I am condoning or excusing her behavior. There are a lot of people, and I was having a conversation today with one of my friends again. There are a lot of people out here who don't know what type of resources are out here when you are struggling, right? People don't really know those resources, but she is currently charged. She's in custody and she's charged with child abuse and neglect. She's charged with endangering the welfare of a child. She's also charged with abandonment of a child. And we'll see where that goes. I have a lot of questions, like, where is dad? Is dad aware of this situation? Where is he? Where's her family? Those types of things. But I want to say this, it's always great to talk about things, but it's also greater to talk about the resources that are out here. So if you are someone that you know has a child, have a baby, and you don't want the child or you don't know what to do, if the child is between a newborn to 30 days, you can drop the child off at any safe haven spots. Okay, safe haven is a law that was created to stop punishment and stop imprisonment of women from the system. Okay, and some of those places that you can drop a child off that is a safe haven is a hospital, the fire department, the emergency room. Where else? A church as well is also a safe haven spot that you can drop off a child. Okay, police stations, any medical service too. You can take the child. If you see an EMS truck driving by, you can stop them. You can give them the child and say, "I don't want this child. I don't have any way to take care of this child," and the baby will become a safe haven child. So any child between the ages of 0 to 30 days will be called a safe haven child. So, I don't wish bad on this woman. Again, we don't know what she was dealing with, but in the coming days, we will definitely find out what was going on with her. But people, there are a lot of resources out here for every single thing. There's a resource for everything. Okay. And I always tell people, I am a resource. If you need to talk to somebody, please reach out. Please reach out. Because there's a lot of things that can be avoided. I'm Michelle G. Yeah, with the fix.
I lost it. Lost it again. Your touch is so ephemeral. You see this here. I wanna be something more than just a night. Don't trust the words I'm saying now. I'm rather touch deep to cry.
Yeah, with the fix, Michelle G. This is brand new. Apollo Flower Child. This song is called "I Lost It." It's also a Grammy nominated song right now. Yeah.
I lost it. I lost it again. Your touch is so ephemeral. You see this here. I wanna be something more than just a night. Don't trust the words I'm saying now. I'm rather touch deep cry. To cry. Cry. Corrosion, I'm floating again. I've been pushing up daisies from a lack of oxytocin. Somebody save me from my own mind. I can't quiet these cravings. I'm rather touch deep cry. Cry, cry.
Sometimes it's soft as a mist.
Yo, the fix, Michelle G. This is Keisha Martin. This is her Rain.
Touches my soul. It fuels the fire that burns in me, and I simply lose control. Slow just rain down on me. Let your love just fall like raindrops rain on me. So just rain down on me. Let your love just shower me. Just rain on me. Full as a damn at capacity. My passion's about to explode. I can't escape, it's surrounding me. I'm caught in a storm that I don't need no shelter from. So on me, let your love just fall like rain, just rain on me. Rain down on me, let your love just shower me, just rain.
All right, Keisha. I like it. I like it. Yeah, with the fix Michellege, of course. Today's show is sponsored by October 31st. October 31st, iWater will be live in the state of New Jersey. This is brought to you by DJ Kid and WB Rohan. It will be held at the Hart Ballroom, 37 Bloomfield Avenue in Newark, New Jersey. Music by DJ Kid and Entourage, DJ Stigmatic, and New Generation. Of course, please go to Eventbrite. It is called Body, the Spooky Edition, October 31st. Of course, that's Halloween.
Yeah. You want pipe. 9-inch pipe, 10-inch pipe, eggplant, no banana we ripe. Pipe.
One girl, me tell you what me want. Respond, cocky girl, me give it down. Still and cute, and she tight like a knot. You a bad girl, then cocky me get back. She bring it on me, cause I mean, you say, poke it out hard, make she skirt so she bad. Still and tight with that cocky eye brad. But, yeah.
October 31st, iWater is live in the state of New Jersey. Give me a little.
Yeah. When I'm at you, I want to get it. It's been in the middle, get a ball and a baby. But we are doing a hard to feel it. When you want to me, yeah, that's a chance to feel it. I'm a rabbit. Let me hit it. Yeah, take your bros up, one, the paramedic. In the shot, laugh at me. Rain for me, baby. Give me a little now. Give me a little now. You need that Jamaica girl coming now. Give me a little now. Give me a little now. He can Barbie and us. Oh, we go. Give me a little now. Give me a little now. Bahamas, Guyana, girl, bubble up. Give me a little now. Give me a little now. Eat this and Vincent. Oh, we go. But. That's 12 for the girl. Yeah. Come on, baby, turn the other way. Turn the other, I'm sorry. Turn the other way. But text me every day. Come on, baby, turn the other way. She love the God, so she check me on a care. When a man see her insane upon a plane. And for the body that she text me every day. She do it neatly, unsnaken. So me pick her up, bring her anywhere. She loves sit, so me put her on a chair. So she want burp, so me feed her on a beer. I beg you, baby, don't stop. A little and bright, me no know the bull what. But.
Yeah, with the fix Michellege, I'm out of the building. DJ Dre is up next. Bye.
Yeah.
I'll watch it all.
Girl, wine up, be me, wine up.
October 31st, the state of New Jersey, iWater is live. Happy birthday to my mom. Her birthday's tomorrow. Yeah.
Try stay, wine she a wine and a vibrate. Picking at the shots of a wide waist. Bad bubble and she boiling. She buck it up and make it gyrate. Then you walk girl tile, yes. She be la vibe with the high grade. Brawling, she no hide face. Girl a wine up, see me. Wine up, see me. Them a watch me on a TikTok. And I tell me that she want TikTok. Girl a wine up, see me.
Before I get out the building, I have to do this. I have to do this. Shout out to my mom. Today, I'm saying today because I'm going to post this. Today, October 23rd, is her birthday. Shout out to my mom. Thank you for being the best mother ever. Yes, sometimes we get into our little spats, but she is my mom. She is the only mother that I have, and I love her tremendously. She is on vacation, enjoying her life, living her best life as per usual. So happy birthday, mom. Happy birthday, mom. Happy birthday, mom. And many, many, many more to come.
Do it your way, your way, your way. Turn up on your birthday. Try. So one time for the birthday, girl. Show off cause of your birthday, girl. Well clean for your birthday, girl. Face speed look like this world. But you do it for your birthday show. You look good in your birthday. I'm here saying no as I got represent for Michelle G. You see, pre. Turn up on your birthday. Try. So where them I pray? I want Michelle G.
Happy birthday, mom.
Turn up on your birthday. Try. So one time for the birthday, girl. Show off cause of your birthday, girl. Well clean for your birthday, girl. Face speed look like this world. But you do it for your birthday show. You look good in your birthday suit. Body nice and your face look cute. So one time for the birthday, girl. Couple of shots you and your friend them. Probably have a one spending. Gone out town for the weekend. Do it what do it one, do it ten. Cups up, mama. Tell a girl you don't want no drama. When you come out, you're hot like sauna.
And if anybody starts any drama, try it. Try it.
Yeah. Happy birthday to you. Nobody can do it like you were. Come true now. So one time for the birthday, girl. Show off cause of your birthday, girl. Well clean for your birthday, girl. Face speed look like this world. But you do it for your birthday show. You look good in your birthday suit. Body nice and your face look cute. So one time for the birthday, girl. This is your birthday, this is your birthday. You're outside with your friends and you worst. So you buckle them enough, you're on a Thursday. No care if it's a Monday or Thursday. You want to live it up right now and you mean that. Posting video, a screenshot. Them see where the man buy and I pray that. Enough of